reasonable win rate in like solo queue and such. So
here we go.
Oh,
It's a level 1 brawl, baby. It starts off with a hook. Killer Queen's getting absolutely owned. Here we go. We love the VCS as Glory goes down. First blood, give it over to Tier 1. Moving forward is Slater with that speed boost. Doesn't quite find anything else. And we love getting off to a high octane start.
Okay, how do we get this much action immediately? How did all right, okay, so early level 1 is definitely an SBTC favor because they have, I don't know, I guess that buster shot is doing a lot of damage. The hook, the slow field, it's the damage reduction of the glacial augment that pretty much wins this out for SBTC. Plus the AoE damage of that bomb from Tristana. It's pretty big. It's pretty massive, and it does a lot of damage. I didn't actually quite see who the kill went on to and who died.
It was on Tier 1.
Okay, that's not gonna. That's gonna be a little spicy.
And it was Glory that died.
Ah, double unlucky. As Emperor has decided, I'm not doing damage this game. He's gone grasp. He's decided he's going to build. He's gonna do the build.
Having to use his flash. Slater now getting borne down on, but I don't think they can really continue this fight. Paulette able to step up, barrier coming out, Vitz going low, over the wall goes Slater, but Paulette wants him, lands the hook, brings down the anchor and sends him to the depths, Marby.
Yep, you just don't do enough damage if Paulette has the brush control, and he has. He's got the full control, and this lane is done, this game might be done. I mean, it's a pretty significant advantage. There's a lot of late game potential from the solo laners, of course, but it's gonna be pretty hard to get there, I feel. There's a free call that came on out from DO1. Nagia has to wait till he's probably about 6 before he can actually start doing the real punish onto Emperor, because right now he's just gonna get bullied and beaten around, and it's not looking good for Team Wales. Either Killer Queen has to find a fantastic angle, but without a flash that becomes extremely hard. Or this is just gonna be a pretty comfortable snowball from the side of SBTC. This draft has just been accelerated extremely fast. Okay, Emperor takes a turret shot though.
Yep. Yeah, Nagia is able to absorb this pressure. He's going to get shoved in by Emperor just because of the range advantage, but he is unlikely to die. He's going to move forward as well. This is something he can do.
Oh! No!
No, Nagia, the tragedy!
The flash from Emperor means that he dives the complete wrong way. It's flash for flash, and okay, this is gonna be a bit of a rough one. Nagia can actually farm okay, make sure he picks up the cannon and such, but man, this is a knife's edge. He's gonna get the bounce, get the reset, and be able to teleport safely. So the wave state might come out okay for Nagia in the long term, but yeah, that was close. Okay,
one going under tower. No, Glory is alive. He's fine.
He should have been dead.
No, he played that really well.
Yeah, I thought with the bomb on him, the snapback wouldn't have been enough, but it's fine. Okay, he's fine apparently. Unfortunately, we didn't get a kill, so we don't actually see how that fully played out. As he's gonna find a nice teleport into tower, so that's gonna help him out a little bit.
Killer Queen.
Now Killer Queen. Now he can maybe find an angle.
Certainly can. As we have to go look at the bot lane though, because Paulette, once again, he's hungry and Vit's dead.
Yeah, Vit's just eating hooks left and right.
Hang on a minute, we'll have to come back as Nagia. Where's the E? That's what we're waiting for. A little bit of slow onto Enpa, as now it's turning into a bad situation for the Whales, as they're outnumbered, they're outgunned, and Killer Queen goes down. That's a shocker.
That game's over. Game's just over. Bot lane is getting completely crushed. The mid lane priority is just simply too much. Glory cannot leave the lane to help out Dia just as first priority, and now Killer Queen's just been set behind. They're gonna have no control over this map. They have to just play pretty much as safely as possible, try and scrounge for gold and wait for SBTC to make mistakes that they can capitalize on, which is never the situation you want to be in. And also Emperor picked up that kill and found a red buff, so now Nagia is in living hell.
He's having a very, very bad time. But But this has been just a shocking start to the game by Team Wales.
Yep.
It's gone about as poorly as possible.
Yeah, just they picked the double marksman bot lane, but the Nautilus has just been so effective and now has those plated steel caps immediately. He just walks in, stands in front, and with that range advantage from Slater, they can't do anything. They'll just win every 2v2 if the hook.
Nagi is in trouble. Whips out the slicing maelstrom, but it's not as big as the real one. But with the Sejuani coming in, it's a 2-for-1 in favor of the Wales. Oh my god, the game never stops, Marty.
All right, if y'all forgot about Kingslayer, that came in clutch there, keeping the gear alive long enough for Killer Queen's impact to actually land. It gets a kill back for himself as well. And okay.
Good sidestep by Vit, but it doesn't matter because Titanort comes in. He is going to die to DR1, and this is a brutal game for the Varus.
Yeah, and it's been Vit every time, which just means that it's doubled down and become even worse because B's not really going to collect the farm. B's not going to be able to get ahead on the alternative. At this point, maybe do you just say, okay, B, sell your thing, you're farming all the time, but now he's just gonna die. Yep, what can he do?
Yeah, he's going down. Oh. Tries to take a kill on the way up, very nearly gets DR1, but not quite. Yeah, B had no option there.
Yeah, he does that about as well as he could, but he doesn't have any damage. He's got a fairy charm, that's it. There's no real hope for him to work through that. That's gonna be easy bot lane control, which means a free dragon. Rift Herald is still yet to spawn, so despite Team Wales kind of getting a little bit back on the top side, they can't control it yet, and Glory still just unable to impact the map because Yone cannot push fast enough against this Tristana. Hasn't been able to look for the kill threat either because simply too far behind. Now B's getting there. B's gonna maybe try his best to try and steal some more experience and get to level 6, but he is so far down. He is level 4. I'm surprised he is level 4. He's been out of lane, apparently been out of lane a lot, but it means that he's not going to provide a goddamn thing to a Herald fight, and they probably just have to give it up.
Maybe, as Killer Queen is actually fairly strong. As DNK throws out the ult, lovely Sejuani ult to try and hold up the play. I don't think it's going to do enough though, as DR1 is just too fed. 4-0 now on this Tristana. On the other side, Glory just has to ult away from Paulette, who is also having a blinder of a game.
Yeah, this is a draft, and it's just dead. It's just gone. You can't do anything. You can't do anything on your own. You are purely at the mercy of SBTC messing up with your whales, and well, Glory's going to try and clear this wave, but DR1 can just sort of walk up, drop a bomb, and pick up some more tower plates for free.
He can, or he can just choose to harass Glory instead. Can't even blame him. There is a stolen Maokai ult for Nagia, but I don't think they're going to be able to put it to any real use around this Herald. They're just too far behind. As, yeah, Team Wales isn't even bringing their bot lane up. They know that this is going over to SBTC. They don't throw any good money after bad, which is always nice to see. Okay. Had to think about it, but Glory got out of there.
Just the Hex Flash, just working around. And yeah, we see like Vit doesn't even want to try and push up into Slater. Like try and push the wave, maybe trying to look for some tower damage. He just tried to hold the wave in a freeze as best he could in the bot lane, and that ultimate was about to expire, so he's going to drop that on top of Kemper's head. No, not much to come from it, but we're just, yeah, once again, just waiting, hoping that the dragons roll poorly. It's an Ocean Dragon now. If it's a Chemtech Soul, Team Wales is extremely thankful, because that is not one that wins the game for SBTC. But just that's all they have right now. Hope SBTC and DR1 make a mistake. Just hope something goes right for you in the long run. Hope you can get to these items.
Frankly, Glory could be in some trouble, but he's okay. Frankly, as far behind as they are, they do still have a very, very good teamfight composition. They still have a very, very strong all in. So I don't think they're completely out of it. They are massively behind the 8-ball, but any mistake from SE can still be punished very easily by the ways.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's sort of like you don't actually get to play with the bot lane this game. I feel like this lethality virus is just not going to be all that effective.
Oh, okay. Good cleanse.
Gets a cleanse out.
Good trade.
Only now does B hit 6, so there's no... They couldn't follow up on it. But it does mean they can maybe go for round 2 as...
Nagia having a crack up on the top side, but the lightning rush from Enpo will get him to safety.
Yeah, we're hitting a point where top lane is actually starting to tip back towards the Silas, which is good news, but it's still not... I don't really see it being a full... It's not really coming into a full win condition just yet, and SBTC's
very
fight
very
is
far
also
away from that.
fantastic. Just built the Rod of Ages, just ticked up 1 minute, and no mid lane tower means full map control does or should belong to SBTC, and he can play aggressive all he wants, but there's a DO1 room coming through.
Yeah, he is going to be in some trouble once that DO1 lands. Yeah, Vit is going to die. There's no counterplay. They're calling a TP. I guess that's just to hold the tower on the top side. It was that DO1 roam taking down Nagia. Disastrous stuff here as SE pulls even further ahead. They're 6k gold up at 12 minutes. Yeah,
they're the ones making all the shots. They have full decision priority. They get to do everything they want. Glory is still just so far behind. He's sitting on a Vamp Scepter and nothing else. Nagia rather does his best and does a lot of damage, but you can't win the 2v1. Okay, but Killer Queen can. I'm not sure how he did that, but Dia's dead. How is Dia dead?
I think he just stuck around for the farm and just got hit by a Sejuani ult, I guess. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Sedge ult and flash.
Oh, that's real. That's actually
really
a big
nice.
Shutdown. Landing that permafrost first with the flash before the knockback, and even though the Buster Shot came through, still had the ultimate to keep them locked in place so you could walk back up and deliver the finishing blow. Very, very well played.
Yeah, it was good stuff there out of Killer Queen. He's actually still in a pretty good position, particularly with that massive shutdown he just picked up. Unfortunately, though, he's playing a tank, and
he's building a Warlock's Rush against double AD carry. What are you doing, man?
Yeah, it's definitely a decision, unfortunately.
I hate Vietnamese players, but learn how to adapt a build once in your goddamn lives. Anyway, Killer Queen is in the middle of nowhere.
He is, but he has managed to scramble himself to a nice hiding place. So he will be able to back off, as Team Wales has managed to slow the game a little bit for now. There is obviously no objective, so SE struggling to find anything to fight around. Oh, Nagia could be in some trouble. Paulette could have pulled the trigger with that depth charge, but decided not to. And the Silas will just slink back away.
It shouldn't have mounted to too much with that Buster Shot in hand. You probably can't follow up on it unless you time your hook extremely well, but gives the Tristana alone time with the tower. But okay, if that had hit, that might have been a good kill, but isn't able to. Okay.
Yeah, he gets away. Good timing there by Killer Queen, saving his top laner.
Yeah, good flash from Dia1 as well, but able to dodge out Killer Queen.
Oh no!
That's why you don't shop, folks. Don't shop. Let yourself get that dash away. That could have been huge. It would have been a big pickup for Slater. Now, I think he's going to teleport back in. The tower does survive, but...
No, it doesn't.
Well, it survives a little bit longer, but yeah, it survives long enough for him to complete his teleport is more what I'm getting at, but... Sure was a choice.
It was.
He's only got a Rod of Ages. He doesn't have real damage yet, so he can't do anything. Okay.
And engage on the bot side. Enpa using that ult. B trying to slow him down as much as possible. They know that he actually can't do this, as he just kind of walks away.
Yeah, I mean, there's no damage on Glory yet. There's no damage on B pretty much ever going to be there, so you can't kill the Heartsteel Enpa.
Well,
unless you bring Vit. Unless you bring the one who has actual damage at this point in time. But this time, SBTC are just going to overload this top side of the map, and Nakia can't do anything. He doesn't have the wave clear. He doesn't have the ability to stop this push. It's a 1-for-2 tower trade overall. Sure, you get a kill up, but that's still so much more gold for SBTC.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's not a good trade, but it might have still been the best one they could get, considering how far behind Team Wales was.
Oh, Glory just bought a lot of damage now.
He did. He's got that, he does now have that shield bow, so he'll be actually, mattering.
Yeah, he's got nearly 100% crit. Actually, he might just about have it with that second crit cloak. I'm not 100% sure how the math works for Yone anymore, since it's not just straight up doubled. But that is more crit. That is going to be a lot of extra damage for Glory, and it means that next time he looks for a play with that Fate Unsealed, should actually be a decent chunk of damage that someone like Slater or DO1 have to be scared of.
Paulette trying to clear a ward. Glory will fend him off for now. Glory snaps back to his pad. Looking at it, it's basically a one-item disadvantage everywhere, as the ult from Enper just to clear the wave, but he does go down, so that is a little bit more damage. Oh my god, are you getting robbed? As a little bit more gold will go over to Wales. Paulette fends off the play from Glory. Bit of a nothing there, but we have a big push in the bot side. Dia1 with a Rift Herald. This is a dead inner tower.
This might be a dead inhibitor tower. Actually, no, they're going to commit 3 to it, but it's going to be a charge nonetheless. And
no, they should be able to.
Okay, no, they just abandoned the Rift Herald entirely, so
which is fine.
It should be fine, but they're going to try and catch on to Killer Queen. Luckily,
and they do it.
Oh, good lord.
Glory is dead. Paulette once again landing a lovely hook. They'll get a tower as well, and SBTC is not taking game 1 lying down.
No, this is just an absolute dominance from the level 1 kill, and okay, that's just going to be a jump away. Chains of Corruption missing, and this has been a complete collapse from the side of Team Wales. It's partially the draft is just not set up to fall behind, and it fell behind extremely early, extremely quickly, so they're now feeling the consequences of it. It's going to take a while for Nagia to actually be a threat, because he's building an extremely tanky Silas, but it doesn't do enough burst damage to cut through these 80 carries. And Glory's still a while away, building a Zeal. Probably a Phantom Dancer going to come out, but a bit of a strange one. Definitely a bit more of an interesting pick. Okay, found Paulette.
Sorry about that. My PC had a little bit of a bad time there for a second, but I am back. If I'm audible. Nagia in some trouble, tries to find some space, will manage it, hold up DNK, Killer Queen dashing away, Dragon getting lower and lower. This would actually be a really big takeaway for Team Wales if Killer Queen can land this smite. I don't think they're going to let him, though. He pulls DNK over the wall, but the blast cone is there. Killer Queen can't get back into the pit, and that will be a Dragon secured for SBTC.
Yeah, they've started off with a pick, but it was pretty much everything chunked into the Nautilus, just thrown at him to get that kill. And then, with nothing else between the Maelstrom and the Nature's Grasp, they just walk back at you, and you can't do anything. These 2 huge teamfight ultimates. You only get the one, and that was used to just pick off the Nautilus. It's just not good allocation of resources in the teamfight, but they kind of have to grasp at anything they can. The Queen's going to see his Gromp get taken away, but what can he do? Not a hell of a lot.
Nothing at all, indeed.
Now Baron's up. Maybe you can find an angle where the ults are still down from DNK and Enper to make something happen, but SBTC just doesn't have to go to Baron.
Yeah, the big problem is just the gap in the mid lane. It's 3 items to an item and a half. Like, there's just very few ways to actually play around how strong the man on your screen is, DO1. This Tristana mid, of course, something he absolutely dominated the league with just 2 years ago when he was on Garm, linking up with Levi, doing absolutely disgusting things with this pick.
Yeah, and it's not even necessarily Glory's fault. Like, he couldn't check DO1 early because he got killed in the level 1 play. He couldn't try and try and match his pace at all. And so Dia just kind of got fed on the side lanes and through just turret take. But that's what Tristana does. And like Glory's struggling to find anything. The only reason bot lane looks even remotely close in item disparity is because Vit's items are so much cheaper than Slater's. And Slater had to stop for boots as well along the way. So there's just still so much more effective gold on the side of Slater. But yeah, DO1 obscenely fed. You can't do a thing to him. Enper also building up a pretty decent front line right now. Going to do a decent amount of damage once that Demonic Embrace finally comes through. But I guess you can say Nagira has a full stack Rod of Ages now, so he might be doing a little bit more damage, but still not really enough. Still not really enough of anything. We need these big items to come on through if your team Wales.
Yeah, I mean, what we
make a play.
If you're a Team Wales fan, you need to see a mistake from SBTC. Frankly, this game is unlosable if you play properly. You are just so far ahead. You have the range advantage of the double ADCs. This is unlosable if you play it perfectly. However, we do not live in a world where people play perfectly, so SBTC could absolutely still overreach. They could still make a mistake. But with them setting up around Baron, I don't think they'll take it while that Scuttle Crab Vision spot is still there. But yeah, as I said, you are hoping for a mistake if you're a Team Wales fan.
Yeah, it just feels like they've set up beautifully to sort of counter what Team Wales wants to do as well. You're trying to dive into a Locket and a Radiant Virtue passive.
Well, they're having a crack. Palette taking a lot. They're going in onto Slater. Nagia trying to make it happen, but it just gets the flash. Baron on 4,500 health. Glory enters the fight. Baron still low. Hasn't reset yet. A catch onto Enper, but it's turning into a catch on Nagia. He has to get out of there. And now the collapse from SE is coming in. Dia1 flexing his power. Glory desperately trying to make anything happen, but he just has to go back to his pad. Barely survives. Ulting to safety. Dodging a Jinx rocket. Somehow no one has died. This does stop the Baron, though, at least for now.
Yeah, it stops the Baron, but...
Oh,
okay.
but here we go. Enper moving forward. Good flash from B, but Dia1 jumping forward. There's the kill.
Yeah, Dia1's going to keep chasing a little bit more, but that, as you say, it stops the Baron just for a little bit. Actually, it's not going to be enough.
They're getting straight back to Baron.
DNK is just full health again. After a little bit of time in the jungle, Killer Queen's just going to have to do a bit of a tricky one to try and find anything.
There's too many wards. Yeah, they'll just chase him out. Yep, too many wards. Nagia down, B still down. Killer Queen will soon be joining them. Will take a little while. He's very tanky. If he gives them the rope-a-dope for long enough, maybe it actually does stop the Baron because they need to reset. Because he is going to take a long time to die.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's kind of don't know where to go.
He's going to die. He might try and go for an execute, honestly, but that's not going to happen. Now he will get caught. Yeah. He will get taken down. But with how long it took, there's now a dragon on the map, so it does actually stop the Baron. Instead, they'll go get a Cloud Soul.
Yeah, I think he might have been able to drag it out a little bit longer. Okay,
can they get the catch? Oh no, they don't even kill him! Mommy, they didn't kill him! It's a disaster! Just FF, just FF, just FF.
Yeah, just open mid. Open mid, there's no point.
FF.
He gets that one!
Yep, FF.
He gets that one, at least, but that's 4 dead across the map. Glory's just hanging out. This.
We're going to game 3.
What are we ever gonna do? They tried to take a tower, they tried to do anything, but they just can't do anything because they're scattered, they're not working as a unit. The Glory might be able to sneak this away if he's lucky, but this is just a pure oversight from SBTC that he can even get this. They could have, I guess because Slater was dead, they couldn't split it all off and just try and take them both at the same time. So yay, dragon. It's a Cloud Drake. It's Cloud Drake. It makes you run fast.
It does.
To the game 3.
Yep.
Run fast to game 3. It's
let's get this one going. Yep. I mean, look, let's be honest. The teams are having a little bit of fun. As we've kind of pointed out, Garm is picking Cerberus. This is not most important. I mean, it would be kind of wild. It'd be kind of wild if they didn't.
Alright, hold this.
As there is a catch onto Killer Queen. He's getting hooked in, taken down. Nagia trying to make something happen. They actually have a decent collapse.
No, it's not.
It's not that big because the items are just too big. If this game was even mildly close, we might have seen Team Wales just win it. But this game is not mildly close, Marmy. This game has a country mile between them. As SBTC will walk up and they should just be able to end the game.
Yeah, it looked pretty big, but unfortunately the combo kind of didn't actually catch the 80 carries, so it didn't matter. Game's over. Game 3. Hurry up, let's go. This was over from a very long time ago.
This was a
very long time ago.
A solid 15 or so minutes ago, but we are finally seeing the Nexus fall as, oh my god, B just died on his fountain. All right, well, that was a game.